Hello, this is Marley and welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I post to upload a video. Alright man, guys. We want to talk about meta teams, man. The best thing. Whoever wants those easy wins or know what team to build for so easy wins. But we're gonna start out with Ungeared PvP. We're gonna do both geared and ungeared PvP in this video. Hopefully I don't take too long. I might timestamp all if I was doing ungeared or geared PvP for you guys, you know, put it in the comics or something. But first let's talk about ungeared PvP, of course, since last time I only talked about geared PvP. For tier 1 of this week, because ungeared PvP usually never change. They don't get special rules like geared PvP do sometimes. So tier 1, for anybody noticed, the usage rate is also taken into consideration when choosing the tiers, the tier list or whatever you want to call it. They said it's currently under investigations. I'm using Ultima JP. It's a JP site. Everything you see that's in English, it's Google translated. Just to let you know. So for tier 1, we have the coin shop old team. I like to call this the coin shop old team, even though it has green Escanor. But you got red Gal, blue King, green Escanor, and Merlin. It's a pretty solid team. Usually everyone uses that type of team. It's pretty solid. Blue King or green Escanor usually do all the work in that team because people usually don't let red Gal get his ult off. King has to petrify mostly everyone to get off of ult. And then on the bottom, you have Red Galther, Blue King, Green Estarossa, and Green Merlin. Green Estarossa party. This team pretty good, helpful getting your ults up. You got Green Estarossa ults for countering other people's ults. You got Green King, you got Blue King right here to petrify opponents. It's usually just to stop Blue King, honestly. Or counter other people, because once that gold counter hits, man, oh my god, that stuff do like, yeah, you do not want a gold counter from Estarossa, man. The team is pretty dangerous. It's pretty dangerous, man. You really don't want that. And you can build up ult, especially if you get Estarossa ult, because if you trigger Estarossa ult, it just counters them and then they can't attack you no more. It's pretty disgusting. And then on the bottom, we have a new addition to the tier 1 party, man. We got the new Meliodas party, man. Oh my god, Meliodas has just been destroying gear PvP, ungeared PvP. This unit is so disgusting. We got blue Lilia, red Gal, red Lost Vein, Meliodas, red King in the back. Obviously this team is just used to stop other blue Demelli teams from attacking them. It's probably like tier 1 because blue Demelli teams is also super popular in ungeared PvP, and you have Lilia, who's also a popular unit, and Galther, obviously a popular unit. So you really don't want to use AoE units when Lost Vein Meliodas. You really don't want to do that because once you crit him, his passive is going to activate, and then you got to deal with freaking gold cards, silver cards, him getting his ult quickly. And then you got red Galther and blue Lilia right there to be able to manage taking away people's ults, cleansing. It's pretty also good. And then we got tier 2. Woo! Alright, we got the freaking blue Demelli Pentine. Yeah, blue Demelli Pentine has not gotten no good luck when Lost Vein Meliodas came out. Because of blue Demelli, blue Demelli crits a lot. So you don't really want to attack on Lost Vein teams, or you're going to have to deal with a freaking gold card all the time. And Lost Vein Meliodas got a lot of life steal. So he can get ult not ult, but HP back really quickly from just doing a silver at least. Yeah, he's pretty dangerous, but this team is also still pretty good. I'm pretty sure it might be pretty good in lower tier PvP still, since people don't have a Lost Vein Meliodas really built. You can probably still get your easy 60 gems using this type of team. This team also has a hard time versus ult teams that you see on the top, but it's still a solid team. Hopefully it comes back on top sooner or later. Maybe if it gets a new addition to replace Escanor to stop Lost Vein Meliodas, maybe. And then you got tier 2 Red Dairy, Blue King, Red Gouther, and Merlin. You got the Red Dairy party. This is also a pretty solid team. You just want to go for Red Dairy dodge card and then build her ult, and she can pretty much just two-shot, well, not two-shot, but take away 2 units. It's pretty a solid team. Obviously has trouble versus regular ult teams because CP issues. Red Dairy don't have that many costumes as this Red Gouther, Blue King, Green Escanor, Merlin team, so you'll have CP issues if you're dealing with some whales. This team is pretty solid though, pretty good team. Red Gouther, Blue King, and Merlin usually can't help out anyone, honestly. Then we have tier 3 Endurance Party. I'm surprised. It's probably something that lower tier PvP players use. It stops really blue Melly teams, honestly. It really can't do much for you, really. You do have Merlin, so I mean, if you really have a team really built for ungeared PvP, then maybe you can use it, but you're using an SR character, and when using an SR character, you're missing out on some CP, unfortunately. So you'll probably have a harder time facing against some other Red Gal teams. You'll probably have more chance of just facing the blue Melly team, since this is what this team really counters, since it is Endurance Party. And then you have the Buff Party, tier 3, bottom row, tier 3. There's not much to say. This team just basically just trying to go for the gold buff card if you can. Mostly once you get the gold buff card, it's a good game for anyone you're playing against, since Red Escanor just murder whoever just there, honestly. This team is pretty good. It's basically card RNG you gotta deal with most of the time. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're having a really hard time, because you can easily use CP food and then just pray for gold buff card every time. And now we have geared freaking PvP. Oh my god, yo, they got one team in tier 1. Oh my god. All right, I'll talk about other teams I've been seeing in geared PvP. Oh man, like this team, oh my god, I'm surprised I even seen this in only tier 1. This is the only tier 1 team they got. All right, we got new Melios. What they got a name as Axis Party. We don't really care about the name. We got Blue Lily, Red Gouther, Lost Vein Melios, and Red King. I guess the Red King is there to stop the blue Melly teams. I've been seeing people use Merlin. Red King is obviously the better CP unit. But I can see people why people still use it. You also deal with Val's, other Lilias. Oh my god, but yeah, this team is pretty toxic. It's a very toxic team. Lost Vein Melios make you play very passively. Lilia is there to cleanse and also take away your gauge, so you can't really get ult on them easily. You have to be pretty lucky. I've been seeing other teams like, yo, I seen like a disgusting team earlier, bro. Like I seen this freaking green mono team, bro. It had Green Dairy, Who else did it have? It had Green Dairy, Val, and Green Lilia, bro, in the front. And I think he had Gil in the back. He had to have Gil in the back. And you could not take no gauge. You couldn't attack seal. You can only just take them oaths, bro. I almost won because I was using Lost Vein Meliodas this team, but I can see that team is so disgusting. Like I'm pretty sure that'll probably be like the only counter you'll ever see for freaking Lost Vein Meliodas team. Cause that team was so disgusting, bro. I couldn't do no damage, bro. It kept saying no damage. I had Green Lily do no damage. Red Gal did no damage. Only one that could do damage was Melios, and I was able to get ults like a couple of times. Green Dairy Green Dairy passive doesn't let you get ult from moving the cards. You can only get it from merge and using the card. So it was pretty hard getting ults. It was a pretty fun match, man. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, he's the only one for tier 1. You'll probably see other tiers have like the same evaluation points because no team is perfect. But there is some teams that's a little bit better Tier 2. Oh, Jesus, we got 4 teams. Ooh. Alright, let's start with the Red Dairy. Axis Party. We got Red Dairy, Blue King, Rig out there, Merlin. It's just an old team. Red Dairy can probably just solo people teams usually. If you leave her just left alone. It's pretty toxic. She can easily just take out 2 units. You just have to really build up this team, obviously, with probably UR on everyone. You should usually have UR on everyone easily most of the time. You have Pen team. Since Lost Vein Melios has no checks, no counters and only checks. Blue Melly team really falls short since there is counters to this type of team, penetration team. So it's kind of appearing to like dissipate in PvP. Obviously, there's still some people who still use this type of team. I still use Pen team. I enjoy Pen team. My Pen team is like the only team I have like that's really built. Like it's 200k CP. Usual stuff. That's usual. That's normal. But yeah, this team is still really good at this moment in PvP. Pen team just need a good third option that can place Escanor to at least counter Lost Vein Meliodas at least, and then Pen team will probably still come back to tier 1 eventually. Then we have the Green Esterosa Axis Party. It just does the same thing. Ults. Green Esterosa is kind of a risk to use since there's a lot of good strong red units. Like Red Dairy is popular. Lost Vein Meliodas is popular. You probably don't want to try to use Green Esterosa, but you can if you want to. This team is pretty solid. It's a tier 2 team. People still use it. It doesn't really do much. Maybe when the special rules change, this team can get a little more shine, but it's just a regular old team. And then, oh my god, Kingbrum is back, bro. They got Kingbrum as tier 2. Oh my god, bro, they gotta chill, bro. Kingbrum was back. Oh my god, Kingbrum just do the same thing and petrify you. I guess because the Lost Vein Meliodas, people want to use this petrified team, Kingbrum Fairy Party, however you want to call it. It's just a fun team. Triple Petrify is always fun to see in PvP. Red Hellbone got UR gear, so it's a pretty solid team if you have it really built. You just gotta really build these gear PvP teams though, man. Like you just gotta have UR gear on anyone. You gotta stick to that one team, because UR gear, unless you're a whale, it's very expensive. Sadly, Training Cave is only for like basically like once a week most of the time. Maybe you might get twice if you count a Sunday as the same week. But yeah, this team is also solid. It's an old team. Obviously you can lose to a Blue Melly team that's higher CP than it. Easily. You can probably beat Lost Vein Meliodas team, but not a Blue Melly team. And then tier 3, buff party. Like I said with Ungeared PvP, tier 3 is like Ungeared PvP and Geared PvP, man. Yeah, you just see a lot of these same units. Tier 3 buff party, you just want to go for the gold Arthur buff card if you can. It's a card RNG team, so I wouldn't try to use it unless you just you want to just advance into PvP without minding losing a little bit. It's pretty a good team. It's still a good team. You just got to worry about Blue Melly teams. Yeah, Blue Melly teams will mess you up using this team, especially if you don't got the good RNG. Yeah, you'll forfeit instantly. Or you get like a king ult team and they go first, and then they just build up ult by having like merging the king cards and then petrifying like your Arthur. Yeah, man. You don't even have to petrify Arthur. You can just petrify Escanor and then you're done. And you're done for the game. Because King Ult will probably just one-shot you since it's all reds. And then you got the Endurance Party. This team countered some Blue Melly, but since Blue Melly has been like dissipating in PvP, you kind of put yourself at a risk to facing stronger ult teams, King Brooms. And Blue Melly teams can probably still beat this team in either way if you got them really built. Like you can't really stop Pen team with Endurance Party like that, really. Yeah, you really can't stop. I only thing I can probably see is like Blue Melly stopping is freaking that Green Dairy team that I mentioned earlier. We had Green Dairy, Green Lilia, and a Bow, and then Gil in the back. That team was pretty disgusting. Me not being able to do no damage to any units unless it was an ult. And I had a Lost Vein Meliodas team, and my Lost Vein Meliodas wasn't doing as much damage because I was trying to save my freaking cards so they can like crit me, and I was praying for a crit each time. And I could not get no crit from freaking Green Dairy AoE. That stuff was so toxic, man. And I also seen, cause my boy Rawfrick, he's also in my guild Vast. It's like one of the top 5 JP guilds, and probably like next to Clover and Kings and them. Probably say top 3. Rawfrick, man, he had to face a freaking, cause he doing champion, man. I cannot do champion, man. That stuff is too toxic. I need to build my team up. I need to build up an old team. He was doing freaking gear PvP. He faced a freaking 235k CP team with Fraudrin, and he got destroyed. Fraudrin murdered this man. 235k CP. He couldn't ult for 2 turns. That's what I like, man. That's why people. I don't know why people say Fraudrin is a bad unit. Once he's really built, once you have him and Greenmore really built, it's over, man. You can easily just get off ults and just murder somebody's team easily. But yeah, man, that's it for me discussing the meta teams. It's pretty like Lost Vein Meliodas is just destroying everything in PvP. Hopefully they give this man a counter. Obviously there are checks for this man, but if you're going to do a check, you're obviously gonna risk losing to all these other types of teams, which sucks. Which pretty much sucks. All I just pray, man, he get a freaking counter. Like Blue Melly had counters. Yeah, Blue Melly had freaking Val and Red King to counter it. What does Lost Vein Meliodas have? Only checks. You can only check this man like freaking petrifying maybe. And even if you petrifying, they have a king right there, the freaking cleanse. So now you gotta hope that you get like freaking double petrify, or at least a petrify and attack seal. So you can attack seal and then petrify their cleanser. It's just a lot of variables you gotta go through, or you gotta have like single attackers and only attack the other units. It's just so many variables you gotta go through to be able to beat Lost Vein Meliodas team. And once you do all that, you're gonna start losing to other teams, because obviously Val team, which was a counter to Blue Melody team, it was still working since people usually use that team a lot. Melody's team doesn't have really a freaking counter. It has a counter kind of, but the counter isn't really that good. It's freaking all green units. I wouldn't risk it, especially with Red Dairy. Red Galther's still strong, or you had Kingbro still coming. I wouldn't really risk it like that. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you get some counters instead of these sucky checks. This man just destroys teams, especially this man 6 out of 6. Bro, I hate this man. Bro, I did not know how disgusting a 6 out of 6 Lost Vein Meliodas was. It was freaking 3. Actually, I wouldn't even say 3. 4 versus 2. This man, I let this man open. I'm like, I was using my pen team. I was like, maybe I should let this man ult me. Because if it's a 1 out of 6, I know my team is like on full HP, like above 90% HP. I know I can survive that. And then once he ulted, boom, everyone just wiped. I'm like, what just happened, bro? And then I freaking look at his stats. It said 6 out of 6, 450%, 60% extra bonus damage. Freaking if you have Meliodas, each Meliodas card, I'm like, bro, I gotta forfeit. This man is just so disgusting. He can just murder an entire team with 1 ult. Only time I seen that was freaking King in Ungeared PvP. He just need a counter, man. He just need a counter. Honestly, no one should have a disgusting passive. And even if you crit him with a freaking ult, bro, it still activate his passive. It's ults. Oh my god, it can be like the little less damage, and he'll still trigger that freaking passive. Bro, he was supposed to have like a limit or something on that passive, bro. That stuff is so disgusting and unhealthy, bro. People gotta play passive versus this man. People gotta have single attackers versus this man, so they don't have to keep attacking this dude. Because most of Las Vegas Melios' team just hopes that you have an AoE unit so you can crit this man. They literally just prey on it. If they don't even get it, they're gonna go for their ult. That's freaking probably 4 out of 6, 6 out of 6, and just wipe your team out. Bro, I'm sorry for the rant, man, but this stuff is so disgusting, man. It's so boring. Oh man, and I'm starting salty because I don't have the 6 out of 6 Las Vegas Melios. I'm toxic, man. Well, yo, thank you, man. Hit the like, subscribe, man, if you enjoyed the video, man. This really, man, I'm out, man. Peace.